L'Oreal, the world's largest cosmetic and beauty company, said it would stop using the word whitening on its products. You guys. Moving into our next story of the day, we got a hilarious one here, folks. We got to top it off here. I don't know if you can top off what Jackie Heinrich did to Karine Jean-Pierre. If you haven't seen that bit, the first segment, go check that out. Hit the like and subscribe button, folks, and leave us a comment down below. We're doing a campaign here of trying to get our videos out there to new viewers and grow the show. Well, months and months ago, the progressive left were all up in arms saying that working out, exercise, was racist. And before that, if you recall, they said milk was racist. And many, many, many years, if not decades before that, they were saying Band-Aids were racist. Okay, anything and everything nowadays racist. The paint on my walls is probably racist because it's white. Well, this one, folks, she's sitting down. Shark Week is too white and too male, study finds, and the mockery that ensues is bloody hilarious. This one's great, folks. I love it when the left lose their mind and just say anything and everything's racist. This is one of them. Well, Shark Week, that beloved TV special that sinks its teeth into everything shark-related each summer, has joined the ever-growing conga line of familiar things woke folks insist are actually racist and sexist. Wait till you get to it. Wait till we get to the details. The Washington Post on Monday highlighted a recent Public Library of Science study claiming that Shark Week, among other things, overwhelmingly featured white men as experts, including several with the same name. This is how far they're reaching. It's not just that their name, right? But it's they're white, but it's the fact that they all have the same name for the most part. Quote, when there are hundreds of people of color interested who work in this field, and then when my field is more than half women, maybe it's not an accident anymore that they're only featuring white men, Schiffman added to the paper. Lisa Whitenack, gotta love the last name, right? Speaking of racism, I mean, the fact that they're called great white sharks, is that probably racist too? I guess we'll find out, but her name has white in it. Maybe you should talk about getting that last name changed. A biology professor at a college in Meadville, looks like Pennsylvania, led the research team behind the study. God, don't you just love how they spend this money? And its members examined hundreds of Shark Week episodes. For those that are listening, folks, I'm trying to keep my composure. But literally somebody created a team to research this and watch Shark Week episodes to find out like if it's racist or not and count how many white men there are, experts, correlated between the experts and the white men and their names. So they watched the episodes from 1988 through 2020, like 30 years, 3 decades of this stuff to come up with their findings. The paper said Discovery didn't respond to its request for comment on the study, although the channel did WBTS in Boston after preliminary findings came to light in 2021 that it wouldn't comment on a study that has yet to pass any scientific approvals. Whitenack, however, told the Post the study was since undergone a scientific review, because that means anything. I mean, you can go look at what Steven Crowder published on these journals and these studies. It's hilarious what we'll get by. Take them as a grain of salt, some of them. Well, this is not the first time this has happened. So scientists and TV critics bit down hard on Shark Week in 2020, if you recall. The paper said, for featuring 6 white men out of 8 named experts. Uh-oh. Whitenack told the Post her team study, which also commenced in 2020, found that throughout almost all the history of Shark Week, over 90% of the 229 experts were white, and about 78% were men. The patriarchy! It's the patriarchy, that toxic masculinity. As I've specified, the left believes that anytime there is a discrepancy or a disparity in data, it has to be racism. It can't be anything else. It just couldn't be the fact that maybe more white men applied for the job, or the experts that were interested in Shark Week applied for the job. Maybe there was audition tapes and they were just better on camera than maybe another race for some odd reason. Has nothing to do with race, just maybe the milieu, or somebody actually has been in front of the camera multiple times, or maybe one was a better expert than the other person. None of it predicated on race, but it just can't be. The data just can't be. The year of the criticism isn't so surprising, as readers of The Blaze also made a reminder that in 2020, they saw a massive race-related reckoning amid rioting, sparking by the George Floyd death, including changes in product imaging and branding. So we got a few of them here, and these are just only a few. If you recall, Mutual of Omaha ditched its Native American chief logo. You got Ben's Rice changed its name and dispensed with using the image of a black man on its boxes. Quaker Oats announced the famous Aunt Jemima brand of breakfast syrup and pancake mix would be going away because it perpetuates racial stereotypes. You got Eskimo Pie also planned to change its name. L'Oreal, the world's largest cosmetic and beauty company, said it would stop using the word whitening on its products. You guys. This is the world we live in. This is why I love politics, because there's crazies out there. They're going to stop using the word whitening. I didn't even know about that one. And the Houston Association of Realtors decided to axe the word master in descriptions of bedrooms and bathrooms on real estate listings in favor of the term primary. You know how good we got in America when people could finance studies like this? And this is where we're at. This is really where we're at. If you think we're falling apart, folks, you're probably right. What did folks have to say about this finding in this study? Well, we got Mike Rowe in the mix here of Dirty Jobs. Fabulous show. Great job. Okay, Rowe. You're one of the top guys from Discovery. Well, what did he have to say here? Posted a rather funny reaction on Facebook Wednesday. Quote, "Good morning. As a white male named Mike, who hosted Shark Week more than once, this headline caught my eye in the Washington Post. Quote, Shark Week lacks diversity, overrepresents men named Mike, study finds. I suspect I might be asked to respond specifically to this headline. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Unless, of course, you're a white guy named Mike. I think we've all heard quite enough from you." Completely mocking it. In addition, one might assume that those commenting on the Post story would applaud the study, but a quick look at the comments says otherwise. So here's just a few, folks. Are you ready? God, you're going to love these. "Amazing research," one commenter wrote. "I'm hoping this woman now tries to cancel the great white shark as a clearly racist shark and sue Steven Spielberg for clearly emphasizing only great whites in his racist film Jaws." Discovery has not highlighted a single researcher who identifies as a shark, nor a shark who identifies as a researcher. Disgraceful. Do we not know any of those experts aren't trans that maybe identify as a woman? Did we ask them? Did we ask them in this study? Was there a questionnaire that was sent out to get a specific response from them? I don't think so. Like all wokeness, it's narcissistic to performance arts by neurotic white people for neurotic white people. Another commenter wrote, "Somebody just throwing their meth is bad." I apologize. I hope you're finding these as funny as I am, but I don't mean to laugh so loud on the mic. I'm trying to contain myself. I'm freaking sweating over here. I saw this headline being debunked on and immediately thought, please don't let this be the Post. It's just a joke article, and I'm not seeing it. This is basically an Onion article another person wrote. You said this perfectly. This is like something you'd see off the Babylon Bee as well. The left just keeps creating parody itself. Another example of how the progressive demand for racism outstrips actual supply. Couldn't be wrong. "You have got to be kidding me," another commenter explained. "This is an early April Fool's prank, right? It's not past the poison Kool-Aid, and let's just end it all now. Why is the only white shark called great?" Let me rephrase that. "Why is the only white shark called great?" another commenter asked. "The ocean so damn racist." I butchered the last one, but as I'm reading it, like knocked the wind out of me. Because this is what the left does, is what they want to spend their time on, is literally studying Shark Week for 3 decades to find out how racist it is and then publish it. And people are going to these universities, these colleges, and paying exorbitant amount of money for this education, and they're taking some of that money and financing this bogus stuff as if who cares? And they're like, well, it's a scientific review right now. I mean, we're having other leftists look at it. I mean, maybe it'll be good. Does anybody really have faith in our education system in terms of university and heck, even sometimes high school, middle school, with what's going on with trans and kids, pushing critical race theory, of which now you're seeing the development of critical race theory, at least that ideology, coming to fruition in these professors that are spending that time that they learn about critical race theory, maybe even critical law studies, depending on where they're at, to finance and help finance and give money to these other professors that are progressive leftists to do this type of study. I don't know, folks. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. But I had to give you something good today. I had to give you something fun and entertaining. I hope both of them were. Support us by hitting that like and subscribe button, folks. Share this with your friends and family. Again, it helps us out greatly. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.